Brandon.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
So, what brings you in today?
Here lately, I've just been having some really, a hard time really processing some of my thoughts. I've been really down and been kind of focusing on self-harm and I've started utilizing some self-harm and I'm just kind of really scared. I can't make myself stop. And it's really not that I'm all that upset anymore. It's just now at this point, it's like a coping mechanism. And so I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to stop.
Okay, so when this is occurring, what kind of thoughts may be going through your mind?
I have anxiety, so whenever I get anxious, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so focused on this one thing, and I can't stop thinking about this one thing. And it goes over and over and over and over and over in my head, and then when I cut, it just relieves pressure, it just relieves tension, and I focus on that pain and feel the pressure leaving my body kind of, and that's why it's tempting to do it, is because it's kind of like a stress reliever and a coping mechanism.
Okay. Yeah.
And so when I'm typically what makes me think about doing it or makes me do it, I'm thinking about just all these problems that I have and these individual things that are going on that I just can't stop thinking about. My focus is so focused on these things that my anxiety gets so bad and I can't really focus.
Okay. Well, do you think you may want to change this behavior?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, about how much do you think it's possible to change this behavior?
Sometimes when I'm really, really down and I've done it a couple days in a row and I feel like I'm never going to be able to stop, maybe a 3, but then there are other days like today, talking to you about it, I feel better, I feel good opening up to people about it, and once I open up to people and really think about it and hear it, then I feel more confident, probably 7.
Oh, good. That's good. Awesome. Well, so when you have those thoughts, what do you think might help you to go a different direction? What kind of thoughts might you be able to think that what may be able to direct you to a different position or to maybe distract you or get you to do something else that's helpful?
I could just focusing on things that are, sometimes I find that focusing on good thoughts and happy thoughts helps. So really thinking about things I enjoy doing, or thinking about people I really like being around, or I'm thinking about talking to my mom or on the phone or whatever, just about everything. Those things are all things that help me to kind of shift my focus and shift my thinking, and they help a lot.
Okay, good. So on those days that you're having really anxious thoughts and things, do you think that would be a possibility to maybe maybe write down some ways that you're feeling, and then maybe change those feelings to do something different?
Yeah,
You think
that'd be
it's
good.
possible?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Okay. So maybe what are some of those thoughts that you could change? Maybe some positive things that you could think about instead.
Maybe instead of thinking about how bad I played in the last game of soccer, maybe I think about how well I've played up to that point, and how it was just one mistake and it doesn't define me as a person. Maybe I'm trying to thinking about school, when I get really down about school, instead of thinking oh, I'm doing so bad in my classes, or oh, I'm doing bad in this class, or I'm really stressed out about this test. Instead, trying to think about, oh, well, I did well in the last test and I know how to prepare, and so it's going to be okay. I'm going to be able to do that. And just trying to shift my thinking from such negative things to positive things.
Yeah, I think that would.
Yeah.
You think that would help?
Yeah, I think that would help a lot.
Okay, great. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to talk about while we're on this topic of conversation?
I don't think so. I think it's good. I feel hopeful. I feel much more hopeful about my situation than I did before. So it's good.
Good. Awesome. Well, it's great to see you today.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for coming in. And, we'll meet again next week if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right.
Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
What's that?